Apologies, Christine, can we unmute, please? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. Isn't that a COVID thing where you start and you're muted? I am so sorry to start off with myself on mute, but let's get going now because I want to wish you all a massive, warm welcome to the Caring Through COVID Awards. And I will try not to mute myself during the process. I know you're all out there watching. I hope that you're all going to have a wonderful afternoon. My name is Christine Talbot. I have been presenting calendar for over 20 years, and you might know me as well from ITV Yorkshire. I know many of you are calendar viewers, so I hope that we provided a friendly face for you during the COVID times when you weren't able to see your friends and family. Because what we want to do today is celebrate everything that your carers and you have done over the last 18 months, and not just over the last 18 months, which were so challenging and difficult, but at all times. Nursing homes and care home services are, as we all know, an essential part of the care system. And in Wakefield, there's already been a recognition of how much the system relies on out-of-hospital care. And a lot of work has already been done to strengthen the sector. 5 years ago, this whole area became a national pioneer site for developing new models of care in care homes and care services. So you who work in the care sector have been a vital part of the way that the COVID response was handled. You've been on the front line of this war against a very frightening disease. Now, we know how every person has a unique experience, and you've all endured your own personal hardship and trauma. And this is why Health Watch Wakefield have organised this awards event with support from the Integrated Care Partnership and with support from the Council. And it's all to celebrate the amazing contribution that you've all made and the personal journeys that you have all been on. And from my own point of view, may I just applaud every one of you who is nominated, and of course all the winners here this afternoon, because I worked and presented calendar throughout the pandemic on the Calendar News programme. And I don't think I've ever covered a story as all-encompassing and heartbreaking, and one which affected every single one of our viewers as I have the time of the COVID pandemic, which is still, of course, ongoing. It affected every one of us in a different way, but as a journalist and presenter, I witnessed and reported on the work that you in the social care sector are doing every day. And we tried to get that message across to our viewers. I do hope that you think we did a good job. We were humbled by the work that you do. And on top of the hard work that you already undertake year on year, I'm absolutely delighted that you who worked so selflessly to put others before yourselves at often great cost to yourselves, that you are being recognised in this way. And from my point of view, I'm delighted to be part of this event where we say thank you to you. Shall we move on now to the awards ceremony? I'm hoping, yes, everything's working as it should. This is a really ambitious project, but we're determined to make a massive success of it because you only deserve the best. So we're going to have a number of people presenting these awards. Let me tell you, those judges must have faced an impossible task. I've seen every single one of the nominations. I don't know how they selected the winners in each category, because all the nominations tell an exceptional story of self-sacrifice, of resilience, of courage, of creativity to provide compassionate, person-centered support to people in extremely difficult situations and circumstances, and everyone is deserving of your recognition and our thanks to you. As you can see, this is a virtual event. I'm actually sitting in my kitchen presenting an awards ceremony, which is a massive first for me. I'm sure all of you taking part, it will be a first for you. But obviously, for safety reasons, this is the best way to do it this year. But the winners are going to be sent their awards after the ceremony, and we hope that you're all enjoying your activity packs. You might have some bunting up, you might have a bit of champagne. I think I could do that. All I've got is a big glass of water at the moment, but I certainly hope that you've all got a bit of fizz to drink and celebrate. You might be having a bit of a party, so please do share the photographs of what's happening and put some comments on social media. Health Watch, I think it's at Healthy Wakey, Health Watch Wakefield, and they'll also be actually putting out all the winners of the awards as we go along. The hashtag is #CaringThroughCovid, and COVID in capitals. COVID, of course. We would love to see all those pictures of you enjoying the awards. And as we say, we'll be putting all the winners' names out on social media as we go along. So we've now got a little message. Siobhan Phillips, she's a Britain's Got Talent finalist, wanted to be involved with these awards, which is absolutely fantastic. So she's just sent us this little message.
Hi everybody, it's Siobhan Phillips from BGT here, and I just want to lend my support to the wonderful Caring Through COVID Awards, because whilst we were worrying about things last year such as getting our roots done and various other vacuous things, you carers were the people keeping society going and looking after our loved ones that we couldn't be with ourselves. The nominees are so worthy. I've been reading the stories and there are some wonderful, wonderful nominees. I feel like you should all win from reading what you've done. You've put yourself last and you've put other people first, which during a pandemic is the most difficult thing to do because we all get a little bit selfish, worrying about ourselves. But you people are absolutely amazing people and we need more people like you in society. So the best of luck to all the nominees. I think you're all winners. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for looking after the most vulnerable people and for continuing to do so in such a wonderful manner. Good luck.
Siobhan, thank you so much for that lovely message, and that's got us off to a very good start. So let's move on to our first award of the afternoon. And this is the Care Newcomer Award, and this is going to be presented by Councillor Maureen Cummings. Now, unfortunately, Councillor Cummings can't be with us today, so she has sent through a little video.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Maureen Cummings, and I'm an elected member representing one of the wards in our district. I'm the portfolio holder with a responsibility for communities, poverty and health to the people of our district. I also chair the Wakefield Health and Wellbeing Board. I'm so pleased to have been asked to be part of your celebration day today and really sad not to be with you in person. I've been given the honour of announcing the winner of the new Care Newcomer Award. But before I do that, I see these awards as an important way of thanking all the staff in social care. The care sector and these awards are extremely important to me because I'm very aware of the significant role you play in supporting the health of people across our district. Your contribution throughout the COVID pandemic has been vital, and I know only too well the personal sacrifices you've made to achieve and sustain this over such a prolonged period. I'm also aware that this journey is not yet over. We continue to owe you all a huge debt, and we're enormously grateful for everything you do and the fantastic ways in which you do it, selflessly, without doubt, and always with the recipient's best interests at heart. So on behalf of the Health and Wellbeing Board, I would like to thank each and every one of you personally. I'm privileged to present the Care Award, Newcomer Award, and our thanks go to everyone entering the sector to join existing colleagues during such difficult times. We value and rely on you all. I'm so pleased to see that this category was well supported with some really excellent nominations. I was moved by all your stories. I heard about people who bring with them a wealth of enthusiasm for their new roles. Some have overcome their own challenges to make a difference for others. Some of you joined us initially on a temporary basis, and we're absolutely delighted that you've stayed. One person in particular stood out for their outstanding professionalism and compassion with which they have embraced the role. This person has quickly developed a keen understanding of what is needed, showing great empathy and flexibility. You support people in all aspects of their daily life, caring equally for their needs, physical, emotional, and spiritual. You are relied upon and valued by residents and colleagues alike. And now, without further ado, it's my privilege to announce the winner. The winner is Rashid Sattar from Snydale Care Home. Massive congratulations from me, Rashid. We're so fortunate to have you on the team at Snydale Care Home.
Councillor Maureen Cummings, thank you so much indeed. How did she manage to get all those people in that little office and we didn't see one of them? That was amazing, wasn't it? Big congratulations to Rashid. You did receive an awful lot of praise during the nomination process. Let me just tell you a couple of those comments. You always have time. He always has a smile on his face and he asks me what I want and always listens. So well done to Rashid. We're very excited about your future in the care sector and look forward to hearing lots of great things about you. Shall we move on now? We're going to go to the second award, which is the Care Home Cook or Chef Award. Now, when we asked the awards steering group what areas they wanted to celebrate, one of the very first mentioned was the cooks and the chefs. They often go unrecognised. They're the people they bring the smile to everybody's faces with their creations and good humour. And throughout the pandemic, they've also had to deal with things like food shortages and delays in delivery. So it's great to have this opportunity to recognise them. So this award is going to be presented by a lovely lady, Karen Wright. You might recognise her as a lovable personality from the Great British Bake Off in 2018. Over to you, Karen.
Hello, everybody, and good afternoon. Yes, thank you very much, Christine, for introducing me. There's not much else to say, really. Yes, I'm Karen, and I live in Wakefield, but I know the district really, really well. So, yeah, I was born and brought up in Featherstone. I went to school and worked in Pontefract and that. So, yeah, I'm definitely a Wakefield district person. Yeah, and I was on the Great British Bake Off, like Christine said, just 3 years ago. So, I've been asked to come along here today to the awards ceremony and present an award, obviously, and I just want to first basically thank from my heart sort of all the carers in our area in whatever capacity. There's so many things that's been going on, some of it unseen, but you know people that have been doing everything, and it's been a really difficult time for everybody, but for people that's working in the care area, it's been particularly hard, awful, really awful. So anyway, on a brighter note, I want to introduce the award for Cook Chef. Now the brief for this category was to display like a whole home approach to food and nutrition within a care home environment, and be able to showcase it as a worthwhile mealtime experience. So in other words, cut to the chase on that, I think it means basically to make sure that the people that are residents in the care home, their homes, get an experience with the meals that they're choosing and choice of the type of thing that they would like to have made maybe years ago when they were living in their own homes. So my thoughts on that, yeah, right, that brief. I think food it's not just to do with staying alive and, you know, and keeping mind and body together. It's something really that we focus on so much, our 3 square meals a day. And I'm really pleased that somebody's asked me to share this award and to present the award to the winner, because it's something I feel really passionate about. I really do. My mum isn't in a care home situation, but she's 87, and you know, she really loves her dinners and focuses on it, and it's a massive thing at the end of the day to look forward to. So yeah, I'm really for it, and here I am. I'm going to read out first though the winner's nomination. Okay, so this nominee is quite new to kitchen management. In fact, when she took on the role, she'd got no management experience at all. Can you imagine doing that? Oh, Wow. And so she threw herself into the planning of the menus for the residents with a heart and a soul ablaze. I put that word in, ablaze. I think it's like how she must feel. And she took on the often daunting task of organising and running a busy kitchen. And at the same time, managing her team amazingly well. Well, you know, we all know what it's like trying to put Christmas dinners on the table for a few people. I can't imagine it, honestly. So what? Yes. So this nominee, she takes the time out to consult with the residents about the food that they eat. And she takes on their ideas and requests and builds them into the menu. Now, that's what I was saying earlier. It's so important to have a say about your diet. So this is brilliant. So in addition to this, she works, this is so important, she works with the activities coordinator to enable residents to get involved with things, including baking. Ha! Thumbs up. I think that's tremendous, really fantastic. This nominee, she's also put in place like treat trolleys for afternoons. You know, when you get the afternoon dip, you can easily get the afternoon dip. So a treat trolley occasionally to look forward to, for example, ice cream trolley. Oh, I wonder if they have lollies as well. I'm partial to an ice lolly me. And a pop and crisps trolley, and I'm definitely partial to crisps. So that's very, very brilliant. So I've also had a look at the social media page around this, and I can see for myself how much energy there is in this care home around the fun with food, which always should, in my opinion, go hand in hand. I see that they do fish and chip Fridays, and they make the fish, the batter, the fish there themselves. Fantastic fish and chips. It's Friday tomorrow, you know. Isn't it? Yes, it is. The blackberry pies that they've made from berries picked from the garden. Now it's that time of year. Blackberry and apple pies. Yeah. So they do that. And I see theme days as well, where the menu and the treats sort of reflect the theme. One in particular was an 80s retro day, which is completely my era, completely, when I was out there doing it. So that's the nomination. And it is with the greatest of pleasure that I am going to announce the winner of the Cook Chef Award is Lauren Mortimer from Millfields. So I would love to just congratulate Lauren and obviously all the team there at Millfields. It is a fabulous achievement, and you should be, and you will be, I'm sure, very proud of what you've done so far. And I'm confident that you'll go on and enjoy more and more success in the future. And a final word from me, Karen. Congratulations and a thank you to all the nominees in every category across the district. Well done, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Karen, thank you so much indeed. That was just lovely. We really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're having no afternoon dips, are we, this afternoon?
No, none at all. No dips.
Although it would be great to have a pop and sweet trolley just bobbing by us all, wouldn't it? So I certainly hope you are all having a good time and enjoying whatever parties that you're having while you watch this award ceremony. Don't forget, I'll just remind you, the hashtag to put, if you want to put some pictures on social media, is Caring Through COVID. We'd love to see what you're up to while we're doing this afternoon. So Karen, thank you so much for that. Okay, well, we're going to move on now to our third award this afternoon. Now, this award is the Compassionate Care Award, and being compassionate and understanding is a very big part of working in social care. During the pandemic, this need, as you can imagine, was even greater than ever. And we asked for individuals or teams who demonstrated exceptional compassion and we had so many wonderful people nominated for it. Now, to tell us a little bit more about the award and to announce the winner, we've got the Mayor, Councillor Tracy Austin, and her consort, Mr. Dwayne Longley. Could you please present our award? I think she's having trouble with
the
the
joys
mute
of
button, like me.
the joys of internet.
Oh, fine. Well, lovely to see you there.
Thank you so much for that, Christine. Isn't it a joyful occasion to be here, to see all these fantastic people that are so deserving of these awards? It's absolutely amazing. I was blown away by some of the nominations. You should all, everybody who's taken part should be really, really proud of themselves, because you're just all absolutely phenomenal. I can't say that word, you're all absolutely fantastic. So as Christine said, I am the mayor of the district, for the district of Wakefield, Councillor Tracy Austin. And I'm just here to sort of talk about the nominations, talk about who's been sort of the one that stood out above everybody else. This award is for recognising an individual or a team who's demonstrated exceptional compassion in their care and work and the support that they provide. And this individual, when I've been reading through, sent in, it talks about how they care and pride themselves in getting things right, which is incredibly important with the people that we're supporting, certainly more so during the last 18 months. It talks about this person being a reliable person, somebody who they can depend on, but also somebody who's been motivating, and not just themselves, but motivating their colleagues and motivating the people that they're working with and supporting. They've got a really good positive approach, which is fantastic, because to do this type of role, to be a caring person, particularly through COVID, you've got to have a lot of motivation and passion for what you do. This one, I think, stood out more than anything because they'd sort of developed a really good relationship with the people that they were working with in such a way that allowed an individual to talk to them about something that was concerning them, that in a way actually saved a person's life, which is incredibly important. They treat people with respect, independence and dignity. And as we spoke of before, it's really important that regardless of your circumstances, you're still allowed to have your own independence and be treated with dignity and respect. And this person's done this. So all in all, I mean, all the nominations are absolutely amazing. And I take my hat off to every single one of you. You all deserve an award. But unfortunately, we've had to narrow it down to one. And this one person stood out above everybody else. So I'd like to congratulate the winner for a person who recognises and demonstrates exceptional compassion and care in the work and support they provide, as Melanie Davis. Congratulations, Melanie. You're well deserved. What I've read about you is absolutely amazing, and you should be incredibly proud of yourself. So if you're out there celebrating with your friends and family or with the people you support, absolutely raise a glass and have a drink. Well done, Melanie.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Councillor Tracy Austin, the Mayor. As Tracy said, what Melanie did was absolutely fantastic. In fact, because she listened to somebody telling her about his own concerns, she actually ended up getting him to seek help and get the treatment that meant he's now fully recovered and back at home. So such a well-deserved award, the Compassionate Care Award winner, Melanie Davis. Well done to you. Thank you very much as well, Councillor Austin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's time to go on to our next award of the afternoon. Now this is for Care Home Worker Award, and for this award we wanted to make sure that we celebrate people who provide high quality care for those living in residential care. Now, with us today to present this award, we're joined by Mahmoud Nawaz. He's a resident of Wakefield. He's a non-executive director of the Mid Yorkshire Hospitals Trust, and he's also a Yorkshire Organ Donation Ambassador for NHS Blood and Transplant. Now, I don't know how many of you actually know, but this week is Organ Donation Week across the whole country. So probably one of the busiest weeks in the year for Mahmoud. So we're absolutely delighted that he was able to find the time to come along and join us this afternoon. Mahmoud, could you introduce the nominations and tell us who's won the Care Home Worker Award?
Thank you very much, Christine. And yes, thank you for raising Organ Donation Week as well. Can I first say how delighted I am to be invited to talk to this award ceremony today, to give the award. I think we're recognising here some of our true Wakefield heroes during the pandemic. Though I have to say it's always a tough act to follow our wonderful mayor. Our fourth award is the Care Home Worker Award. And for this award, we wanted to make sure that we celebrate people who provide high quality care for those living in residential care. We received a number of wonderful nominations for this award, and it is clear to me that there are lots of fantastic staff across all our care homes. And for me, I think everyone deserves an award that's been working in our care homes over this last 18 months. We heard stories in our nominations of staff in the housekeeping team working through everything with a smile on their face and ensuring the highest standards of care to keep people safe and cared for. We heard stories of staff catching COVID and not being able to work, but still supporting where they can. And we heard stories of staff going above and beyond to put a smile on their residents' faces during this time. And I think what stood out for me personally in all the nominations was this real focus on the experience of the resident, not just giving great care, but how they're feeling and their wider experience in the care home, getting to know them as individuals, and the compassion exhibited that clearly comes through in the nominations we read. So rather than good old me to announce the winner, we've been sent a video from Dane Chisholm. Now, for those of you that don't know, Dane is a French international rugby league player who plays scrum half for our local club, Featherstone Rovers, winners of the 2021 AB Sundex 1895 Cup for any who sports fans, and a big congratulations to Featherstone Rovers for that as well. So let's hear what Dane's got to say.
Hey guys, it's Dane Chisholm here from the Featherstone Rovers. I'd just like to thank all those shortlisted in the Care Home Worker Award, but congratulations to the winner, Joella Williams. Well done, Joella.
So congratulations, Joella. I'd like to say really well done and congratulations to you. Some of the things that have been said about you, I think are really heartwarming. You bring your upbeat and positive energy to the night shift, which is always a tricky shift to be working in a care home. Joella is clearly well regarded by the residents, carers, and colleagues alike. She takes pride in knowing about each resident, not only to understand their care needs, but also to be able to talk about things that matter most to them. You inspire your colleagues, Joella. One colleague described Joella as exactly the kind of person you want to be looking after your loved ones. And I don't think you can get really any better praise than that. So Christine, I'll hand back to you, and I think we may have a couple more videos to show.
We do. Thank you so much, Mahmood. And the very best of luck as well with the rest of Organ Donation Week. I really hope it's a great success. I know how important getting that message is out there. So thanks very much for taking the time to join us this afternoon.
Thank you.
As you said, we do have a couple more messages. First of all, we've got a message from Dane's teammate at Featherstone Rovers, Connor Jones, followed by one by his other teammate, Thomas Minns, and they want to share their thanks to all the staff in the adult social care sector. So let's hear from them now.
Connor Jones here. Thank you to all our adult social care workers for everything they've done throughout the coronavirus pandemic. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thomas Minns here. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to adult social care for all the amazing work they've done throughout this pandemic. We appreciate everything you've done. Thank you.
See, those guys, they say it's short but sweet, but the meaning, and they wanted to do this especially. So that's absolutely fantastic. Can we thank Featherstone Rovers and your players? Dane Chisholm, who announced Joella's win, and also Connor Jones and Thomas Minns. Thanks very much for doing those videos for us this afternoon. It really does mean a great deal. Now we're already on to our fifth award, but we're not quite halfway. We're nearly halfway in the afternoon. So I hope you're all still enjoying it. Maybe it's time to fill your glasses or have another cake or whatever you're doing to celebrate as you watch. And we really do hope you're enjoying it so far. We're moving on now to the Home Care Worker Award. Now, for this award, we wanted to make sure that we celebrate people who provide high quality care for those who are actually need help and also need to be kept safe. And to present the award, We're joined now by Pam Hodgkins, who is the Chair of Health Watch Wakefield. Now, Health Watch, as you may already know, is the charity that's been working alongside Wakefield Council and Wakefield CCG to make this afternoon happen. So we're absolutely delighted that Pam can join us today. Over to you, Pam.
Hello, Christine. Hello, everyone. I think I've got a different problem. I think I have not got my video on, but I haven't switched it off.
We have got it on. We can see you, Pam.
You can see me, right?
Yes.
Fine then. Okay. Well, it's a great honour to be asked to present this Home Care Workers Award and to recognise just how much effort people have been making across the district to enable people to be safe in their own homes. Because that is probably where most of us would like to be if we possibly can. Our homes are our sanctuary, and during this pandemic, they've become even more so. But for many people, they could almost have become a prison if it wasn't for the daily efforts of the home care workers going in, taking risks themselves to visit people and to ensure they were safe and their needs were met. I don't know how the judges managed to make a decision about this award, because there were just so many nominations. I mean, we had 14 shortlisted people, all of whom had made a tremendous contribution to looking after people. And the thing that came across to me reading each and every one of these nominations was that this one's not people being praised for doing a good job, meeting the requirements of their job well. This was people that were going so much further. They were all going not merely an extra mile, but probably an extra 5 miles. And in many cases, it seemed they were doing so at great personal expense to themselves, in emotionally and physically, to achieve that extra, to make sure the people they were looking after were well looked after, that they cared about their caring, and that was so important. So I would like to tell you all just a little bit about the person that has won the award. So if you think that this is starting from a very high level, because they are all tremendous, and then you've got this lady who was visiting her service user that was connected to the nomination 4 times a day. That's an awful lot of backwards and forward to keep in touch with that person. And what they highlighted was how much she was doing that clearly wasn't on her job description, wasn't on her task list, but she cared enough to add those extra things on, things that made a real difference to that person's life and enabled them to live better. And certain things were quoted that actually showed where her efforts made a difference, that improved someone's life. She wasn't just making it okay during COVID, she got things getting better during COVID. So I reckon that's really praiseworthy. So I would like to say a huge congratulations, and I hope she's watching somewhere, and I hope someone is going to open some champagne with her. Karen Steele, congratulations. You are the home care worker of our year, and thank you very much for caring through COVID. Well done, Karen.
Well done to Karen Steele. That sounds absolutely fantastic. And we've not just got the endorsement there from Pam, we have also got a video. This is from Ruth McMullen. Now, she sent us this message because of all the work that Karen has done to support her family. Let's hear from Ruth.
Hello, my name's Ruth McMullen. My mum and dad live in Batley and are looked after by the FlexiCare at Home team, the team that are based in Wakefield. And this is just a video to say thank you so much for all of the excellent help and support that the ladies from FlexiCare have given to my mum and dad over the last 18 months. FlexiCare came in to look after my mum and dad after we had a series of falls and things getting significantly worse with them. And I live 100 miles away and I also work full time, so it was absolutely essential to find somewhere that would give us really good support and take my mum and dad's needs into account when looking after them in their own home. A special thank you goes out to Karen from the FlexiCare at Home team. Karen has gone totally above and beyond her role in terms of giving my dad extra support and help to cope with the really quite significant side effects from his Parkinson's disease. And it's entirely down to Karen that we've seen some real progress with Dad in terms of being able to manage his own symptoms and be prepared to eat a healthier diet, which obviously helps again with managing, you know, some of the side effects and so on from Parkinson's. And he's actually started to engage finally with some of the strategies to cope with the Parkinson's, and that's been entirely down to all of the help and support that Karen has given him, you know, really going beyond, above and beyond the role that she's got already, delivering care to my mum and dad in their own home as part of the excellent FlexiCare team. So I'm so grateful to all the ladies at FlexiCare and Karen for all the work that she's done with my dad, particularly with his Parkinson's, and a huge thank you to all the team from me, Ruth. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ruth. Thank you very much for that endorsement of our well-deserved winner, Karen Steele. And thank you also to Pam Hodgkins, the chair of Health Watch Wakefield, who told us who had actually won that category. Now we're about halfway through the ceremony. I'm just going to have a quick drink of water. 1 second. Okay, we can move on. And I'll actually tell you a secret. When I was having that sneaky drink of water, we were letting the people that are doing the transcriptions and the captioning so that you can read on screen just swap seats. So that was what I was really up to. But I just thought I'd have a very long glass of water there just so that they got time to do that. Shall we move on? Shall we get on with the next bit of the award ceremony? We're halfway through. And I just want to say at this moment, maybe it's a great time to just say well done to all our winners and well done to all the fabulous nominations and the people that were nominated, to all the people that were shortlisted, and to all the staff who work in social care and everybody that actually took the time not only to organise this event, well done to Health Watch Wakefield and everybody else involved, but also well done to everybody who's actually organised a little party this afternoon so that we can make a bit of an occasion for it, despite the fact we can't all be live together in one room. But who knows what might change over the next year or so, and things could be very different next time. So our next award this afternoon is the Unsung Hero Award, and the pleasure of doing this one is my own. So I'm delighted to be asked to present this award. Now, nominations for this award celebrated the people who have delivered outstanding care without asking for any recognition or expecting any credit. They just not only get on with the jobs that they actually do, but they go that extra mile and they don't actually expect any thanks for it. So that's pretty incredible, really. And looking through the nominations, it was very clear that there's a lot of passion out there to celebrate the amazing work of you and all of your colleagues. So the nominations that we received celebrated people who delivered outstanding care, and there are lots and lots of them, as you can imagine. This was one of our most popular categories. In fact, it had the second most nominations of all the categories and awards that we've had this afternoon. And as a result, we had a lot of people nominated who were absolutely fantastic. We had stories of managers being supportive to their team, how they supported them through COVID, always listening, being a safe haven for them, you know, because there was a lot of emotion involved on all sides, a lot of trauma, a lot of putting yourself first and having to put your own emotions and needs on a back burner, which could not have been easy. And managers, in many cases, were the person who were there to be lent on. People also who went above and beyond to help each other, to make sure that everybody stayed safe when the COVID pandemic was raging, and also those who went out of their way to bring a smile to the people that they were caring for. However, there can, as we keep saying, only be one winner. In this case, the winner has been described as having a calm and confident approach, which makes him a favourite with clients and colleagues alike. He was nominated because of the individual support he provided during the pandemic to help one client who had a particularly complex care package. Now, this person's social interactions were curtailed as a result of the pandemic, but our winner helped him cope with isolating at home by undertaking DIY and gardening projects. I need this person in my life as well, but also thought of innovative ideas to keep them safe while engaging with meaningful activities around the home. Now, as other agencies and contractors were unable to show up, as we all probably experienced, everything was completely different, everything closed down. Our winner today picked up their duties as well, never asked for support or any recognition. Now, the nomination was supported by many, many colleagues who value his commitment to teamwork and never complaining about any situation. He also would volunteer to put himself forward to cover the shifts. And there probably were many that were difficult to cover because people were falling ill themselves or had caring responsibilities or had to isolate, as we know. It probably caused chaos. It did cause chaos in the care industry, but this person would volunteer to do the covering. He is indeed truly a hero. The winner of the Special Unsung Hero Award is, drumroll, Youngmin Lee. Well done, Youngmin. Absolutely fantastic. You are indeed a true hero. And I think that the number of nominations and the people that supported your nomination are testament not only to how popular and loved you are, but how well deserved this award is. So congratulations. The Unsung Hero Award today goes to Youngmin Lee. Thank you very much indeed, and enjoy your celebrations. Now we're going to go on in a moment to our next awards, but before we do that, we've actually got a little treat for you. We've been sent a video from Annabelle Scoley. Now, she is an actress, you'll probably recognise her. She's from Holby City, she's been in Doctors, she's been in EastEnders. She was also the lead role in Walking in Sunshine. She plays Queen Amina in the Sky drama Britannia. And last year she appeared in the Salisbury poisonings. That story's been back in the news again, hasn't it, this week? But she appeared in the drama that was made about what happened. Now, Annabelle is a Wakefield lass, and she wants to say a few words of thanks to everyone and wish good luck to everybody who was shortlisted and who has won this afternoon.
Hi, Annabelle here. I hope you're all having a brilliant and well-deserved evening. As a Wakefield girl, born and bred, I found it incredibly inspiring and uplifting to hear accounts from the social care sector of so many individuals who have gone above and beyond for their community during the pandemic. To hear such positivity and generosity of spirit is really heartening and reaffirms that when times are tough, there are people who truly care and will put others first. I just want to say a massive thank you to all the nominees tonight for your kindness, positivity and spirit during these extraordinary times that we've all been living. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle. Thanks for taking the time to record and send in that message. And I know it was very important to Annabelle to do that because she's a local lass and she knows many of the people who have been affected by COVID in the Wakefield district. And we really do appreciate her taking the time out from a busy acting schedule to do that for us today. So we move on now to our next award. Our next Caring Through COVID award is the Creative Care Award. And this award celebrates the innovative ways that an individual or a team has helped those in receipt of care during the pandemic to stay positive. And there are lots of great nominations. We're going to be told a lot more about it now by Helen Watkiss. Now, Helen is the Communications Officer for Health Watch Wakefield and has been a key part of the team in designing all the creative assets which you've seen in relation to these awards. She's been working very closely with her colleagues, Rebecca Dooley from Wakefield Council and Sue Menzies, who's from the Integrated Care Partnership, and all to make this event a special day today and to make it everything that you're seeing on your screens. And outside of her work, Helen is a huge advocate for the district and continues to champion the area, excuse me, I did need that water, I think, the area in all that she does. Say a warm welcome now to Helen Watkis.
Thank you so much, Christine, and good afternoon, everyone. I think probably one of the most difficult things I've got to do now is follow Queen Amina of the Canty tribe from Britannia, but I'll try and do my best. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be part of these awards, working for Healthwatch Wakefield, but alongside our colleagues in the council and the NHS, as Christine has said. We've read every nomination, we've been posting and tweeting about the awards on social media, trying to do you justice on our website, which is hard actually, because I just want everybody to read every nomination and understand what you've been through and what you've been doing for the people you care for. Also, all the messages we've received from the people that you look after and their families, from your colleagues, from your bosses, and people you don't know, they don't know you personally, but they've sent us messages. Some of them you've seen already, video messages, just because they know what a great job you've done. So this award celebrates the innovative ways an individual or a team has helped people out during the pandemic to stay positive. And we have had some amazing nominations for this category. Now, somebody cleverer than me, a very famous scientist, Albert Einstein, he said to us that creativity is intelligence having fun. So all I can say is that shows that we have some incredibly clever people across our district, and they're working in adult social care. So some examples, I mean, I know I've got no excuse now, but while this was happening to my hair in lockdown, some of you are being treated like movie stars that you are in a 1950s hair salon that had been created in your home. In some of our homes, the seaside was brought in, buckets and spades, sandcastles, ice creams. We've heard about Santa visiting, carol services, movie nights, flower arranging, hook a duck, getting little treat boxes with sunflower seeds in to grow sunflowers, fish and chip nights. We've heard about country and western nights, cowboys, pirates, and of course, we've heard about Dylan the Pony, who I want to meet personally. So I guess one of the things I'd say to all you creatives out there is if any of you ever want to come and work with me on any projects, anytime, please do get in touch with me at Healthwatch Wakefield, because everybody could do with the kind of creativity you all have. You are all amazing, really. However, we can only have one winner, difficult as it was. But the winner for the Creative Care Award is, and it's Vicky Jenkins. So well done, Vicky, just amazing, amazing. And we've got some pictures here of Vicky in action, some of the things that she got up to. So we found out that Vicky went above and beyond expectations, organising activities and theme days to entertain the residents, but also to distract them from the anxiety of the pandemic and them not being able to receive visitors. But she also invested personal time in fundraising to raise £2,000 to buy an interactive table that residents have used to play games, listen to music, to reminisce, and they've even been looking up familiar places on Google Maps where they've lived before, places like that. But Vicky also set up a residents panel to empower people living in this particular home to have more influence and to be involved in staff recruitment. So what can I say? She puts the bomb in the bath bomb. She's the golden ticket in the chocolate factory, and she's definitely the jelly in the welly. And they say that life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. And I think Vicky certainly did that. So well done, Vicky. You're just amazing. So thank you again to everyone who was nominated and to the people who nominated, because you've let us know so much about all these incredible people. But well done, Vicky, for this. And back to you, Christine.
Okay, thank you so much, Helen. That's Helen Watkins, who's the Communications Officer for Health Watch Wakefield, who's been one of the key members of the team, designing all the ways of covering this event through the creative assets that you can see on screen. And she's worked, of course, alongside Wakefield Council and the Integrated Care Partnership to make this happen today. And well done, of course, to Vicky. I loved the way that you described that. Not waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. And I think that so many, and you could get emotional just thinking about it, so many of you did exactly that and continue to do that to this day. But what a time you've been through. My heart goes out to all of you, and my thanks on behalf of the whole of the Yorkshire community and Wakefield community goes out to say thank you for everything that you've done. I've just had a quick look on Twitter, because as I told you, these awards are being tweeted, and so every time somebody wins, it'll go out, and the hashtag is caring through COVID. There's a lovely message from Fiona Sharp, and she says excited to see all the nominations. Nicola Esmond says so excited to see the start of this lovely awards ceremony celebrating our marvellous social care workers. So that's just a couple of the messages coming in. Please send us pictures, send us messages. It'd be lovely to read some out as we go along. So we're going to move on. We're actually going to get on to, where are we up to? We're up to the 8th award of the afternoon. Oh, by the way, I was so envious of what Vicky was doing with and what was happening in the care homes, and also the mention of a hair salon in the care homes. Wow. I mean, I think any of us would have loved to have had the chance to visit a hairdresser. As you might have noticed, I tend to have a fringe that gets in my eyes. Yes, I bet some of you have said that already. And it's due a trim. And obviously I was presenting Calendar live on air every night and having to do my hair myself and trim my hair with the kitchen scissors, and it looked a bit shocking for a while, but what a great thing that people were there to make people continue to look good, as well as finding lots of ways to make life happier and more interesting during the pandemic and those terrible times that we all went through. And that was the people that were on the front line doing such great care. So the 8th award this afternoon is the Outstanding Care in a Crisis Award. Now, this is a special award to recognise an individual, team or employer who has gone above and beyond during the COVID-19 crisis. And the judges wanted here to make a special mention that this was one of the most difficult categories to judge, because I think, as we've just said, as I've just mentioned there, everyone in the care sector has lived through a crisis. Everybody has shown outstanding courage and compassion, often at great personal cost to themselves. Now, we did ask Anna Hartley, who's the Director of Public Health, to present this award because she actually led the response to the crisis for the whole of the Wakefield district. Unfortunately, Anna can't be with us today, but she's sent us this message.
I'm Anna Hartley and I'm the Director of Public Health for Wakefield District. And I just wanted to start by saying a huge thank you to social care staff. You've really gone the extra mile, the extra 10 miles, the extra 100 miles over the last 18 months. And I know that for myself and my colleagues, we just absolutely couldn't have created that COVID response without the support of social care staff who've just worked tirelessly, doing things that they've never had to do before for the benefit of the district and for residents across the district. I wanted to introduce the award, which is the Outstanding Care in a Crisis Award. This is a special award to recognise an individual, team or employer who's gone above and beyond in their caring responsibilities during the COVID-19 crisis. As you can imagine, we had a lot of nominations for this award, 15 in fact. This was both individuals and teams, and reading through those nominations was extremely emotional actually, because of the incredible work that has happened. These nominations, they pay tribute to people's competence, their hard work, but it was also around acts of kindness and thoughtfulness. For example, putting on a 100th birthday party for a resident, or sitting with care home residents when families couldn't. I want to talk about the winners nomination now though. This is a care home. They had a COVID-19 outbreak in March 2020, and very sadly during that period they had a number of deaths. However, the whole staff team worked together to ensure that residents receive safe and compassionate care with dignity. They had over half the workforce sick or isolating, and that meant the rest of the staff had to work endless hours, some working 19 days, 12-hour shifts in a row, without a day off. Staff stayed behind, they came in early, and staff sat with dying residents after shifts had finished, holding their hands through gloves and in full PPE to ensure residents didn't die alone. A lot of extra care is required, and on top of that there were things like Skyping relatives, phoning relatives to just kind of keep them in contact with their loved ones. Food deliveries didn't turn up, so staff would end up having to go and pick food up. The same with like medication. And at times staff found it extremely distressing and difficult. What happened as well was the local community became really aware of what was going on and provided donations of PPE, cakes, pizzas, thank yous, even to the point that the fire service turned up with a fire engine and stood outside and clapped staff and residents. Things like a wobble room was set up for staff to take a break and have a cry. All of those things just done to sort of support staff and support staff to support residents. I just want to end with a quote which I think sums it up. This team is very caring, hard-working and have the best interest of the resident at heart. They're very informative, knowledgeable and inform us of every change in needs of the resident. We have an excellent working relationships and they provide an outstanding service. So the winner of this award is Snydale Care Home.
Congratulations to Snydale.
So just to end there, thank you very much for listening, and once again a huge thank you to our social care staff.
I jumped in too early on Anna there, but Anna Hartley, thank you very much for sending that video message. Anna is the Director of Public Health, and she was also on the front line in coordinating the crisis as it rampaged through the Wakefield district, and it's great that Snydale Care Home has won this award. Just a quick message that we had in one of the things that was said in the nomination to Snydale was you stepped up at a time when the system was facing huge challenges through a lack of facilities that could accept people who had tested positive for COVID in hospital, and at the time it meant people were being kept in beyond the time they needed to be, unable to access appropriate care, and people who needed hospital care were experiencing delays in admission. And the team has actually said, and amazingly, this is incredible, in spite of the challenge, the team say they would do it all again without question. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, it's not just me saying these things, it's not just Anna Hartley. Let's have a look at two videos from residents of Snydale Care Home who wanted to say a few words. The very first video is from Margaret Richardson, and the second is from Janet Ball.
Hello, I'm Margaret. I live at Snydale Care Home. Throughout this awful pandemic, our staff have worked above and beyond their capabilities, but not their duties, to keep us entertained and happy.
And now let's hear from Janet Ball.
I am Janet. I have lived at the Snydale Care Home. It has been very hard for people to keep the entertainment going. But Julie, our resident care lady, who comes every day to see what we can do. It is hard to find that we haven't been able to find our families at this time when the pandemic has been very bad.
Thank you so much to both of you, to Margaret and Janet there, who took the time to record those videos to say thank you to everyone at Snydale Care Home, who are our well-deserved winners of the Outstanding Care in a Crisis Award. And well done to everybody from me and everybody here as well. I'm just going to do a very quick recap. We're going to just remind you of all our winners this afternoon. A quick run through. So we've got on category 1, the Care Newcomer Award. The winner was Rashid Sattar. The Care Home Cook and Chef Award winner went to Lauren Mortimer. The Compassionate Care Award winner was Melanie Davis. The Care Home Worker Award winner was Joella Williams. And the Home Care Worker Award winner was Karen Steele. I announced the Unsung Hero Award, and the winner there was Yongmin Lee. And the Creative Care Award winner was Vicky Jenkins. The Outstanding Care in a Crisis Award, as we've just heard, was the Snydale Care Home. Whatever you're doing now, just take a moment and applause all our winners so far. We've only got a couple left, and let's appreciate everybody that we've heard about today. So congratulations to all our winners so far. I'm going to move on now to our penultimate award. This award is the Care Team Award, and again, it's my honour to present it. And for this award, we asked teams who can best demonstrate a shared vision and working to agreed goals to be nominated. So the judges paid great attention to well-led teams who can showcase good practice in person-centred care and support. Now, this was actually the award that received the most nominations. I'm sure you can imagine why. There's so many deserving winners here. There are some fantastic examples of some of the work taking place. For example, I can tell you one or two of them. Ivy Cottage came up with new and innovative ideas for activities to keep their service users happy. They apparently did a wake up, shake up session, which was a big favourite. So well done to you. 360HC, they worked together to introduce a variety of programs and initiatives to reduce their hospital admission rate. But once again, we only have one winner. So this winner jumped into action when asked to take 2 new residents during the pandemic, decorating and adapting their environment. Staff left their own families and children to move in and care for a gentleman who had COVID while working to protect other residents. They shared photos and stories with colleagues to keep up morale. And sadly, though the gentleman passed away and staff had known him for 15 years, many of them had, they worked together to plan the perfect funeral and even conducted parts of the service themselves. These are heroic things that we're hearing about this afternoon, things that probably a few years ago we would never have dreamt that we would hear these stories. When we knew the social care sector works hard, but these stories, it's things that we would never have imagined would be happening, and they've been happening right under our noses with people that we know. So congratulations, well done for all your hard work. So the winner of the Care Team Award, I'm going to announce now, the winner is the Madeley Road Supported Living Team. Well done to all of you. Congratulations to the Madeley Road team there, and I hope that you're all getting a little bit of time to celebrate and mark your success. We're moving on now. We're nearly at the very, very end of our awards ceremony, but we've got a little bit more and a few more little surprises to come along. Don't forget to keep sending us your pictures, as we'd like to see what you're up to this afternoon as the afternoon goes on. But we're moving on now to our final award of the afternoon, and this is the Putting People First Award. Now, for this award, the judges picked 3 finalists, all of whom could be worthy winners. And the final selection was actually made not by a judging panel in this case, but by an online public vote. You might have seen tweets about it and mentions of it. I was tweeting out, getting people to don't forget to vote for your winner. But thank you to everyone who did take the time to vote and show your support during this whole process. We can only have one winner though, and to tell us who has won, Let's be joined now by Imelda Redmond. She is the Health Watch England National Director. We're very honoured to have her with us this afternoon. Imelda.
Thank you so much, Christine. It's been just such a wonderful afternoon, so thank you for letting me be part of this. It's a great honour and privilege to be able to give this award this afternoon about putting people first. Putting people first is what social care is really about. It's at the actual, it's at the heart, it's at the core of everything that we're trying to do. Health Watch England supports all the Health Watch around the country. There are 151 of them, and I have to say I'm incredibly proud of the work of Health Watch Wakefield that they do all year round, but today I feel incredibly proud of that work. So as Christine said, there were 3 nominations that went out to the public vote, and it's a very interesting way of setting an award. And I would just want to highlight the 3 people who were the finalists on that. The first one is Tracy Robinson. Tracy Robinson is a home care manager. During the pandemic, she worked to keep people safe. And that in itself is exhausting enough. But when Christine realised that people with learning difficulties had much worse health outcomes and died earlier than the rest of the population, she was furious about this, and that moved her to set up a group with choice support so that they make sure that the people that they look after get regular health checks so that they can get the care that they need early enough. She moved that work on then with this group of people to also look at how you can improve people's experience of when they go into hospital. People with learning difficulties often have a very rough time in hospital, but they worked hard to make sure that they changed that. Her passion for reducing health inequalities really shines through. Our second nominations were, finalists were Steve and Tracy Holroyd. Steve and Tracy are care home owners. Everybody said that they go just over and above the call of duty to support their staff and residents. They create and encourage a warm and positive environment where people are always put first. They involve staff and residents in all the important decisions. And our final finalist is the Vicarage Court Management Team. At the beginning of the COVID crisis, you'll remember how difficult it was and how hard it hit the care home sector in particular. There were significant restrictions. The care homes tried their very best to introduce visiting via Zoom meetings through tablets and smartphones, but it wasn't enough. And so Jag Singh and Tracy Smith decided that they would work on establishing visiting booths. They quickly set about setting them up. This meant that people could have their families visit them safely. Jag went on to assist 15 care home groups with his design ideas so that they could also have those booths. What was interesting as well is that it picked up quite a lot of national coverage. It was covered by the BBC, Channel 4. And I think one of the interesting things, it's now been selected by the National Science Museum to be part of the COVID exhibition to show future generations how we coped during the COVID pandemic. It's a great example of people putting people first. Now, these are really strong nominations, but I can tell you now that the winner of this category is the Vicarage Court Management Team, and congratulations on the work that you did. Not only did you lead your home, but also the area, you also gave innovative ideas for the rest of the sector to follow. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Imelda, and congratulations to the Vicarage Court Management Team and to all our finalists in this particular category that was voted on by the public. I mean, what an amazing thing. And I know that, I think Calendar, I remember covering the story about the pod and how it went viral, and everybody was wanting to know how it worked and how much the Vicarage Court Management Team and Mr. Singh led the way in making it possible for people to visit their loved ones and to actually end up with the original pod becoming part of a national exhibition about COVID down at the National Science Museum in London is just absolutely incredible. So well done to all of you, and well done, of course, to our 2 finalists as well alongside you. Thank you so much, Imelda. Imelda is the Health Watch England National Director, so thank you for joining us. Now, we're approaching the end. That is it. We have now announced all our amazing award winners, and as we've said throughout these awards, we were absolutely overwhelmed by the amazing and fantastic nominations, the positive response. We've had so many fantastic teams and people shortlisted who didn't actually win today. But you are all amazing. You all do deserve recognition as well. Thank you. Your work is absolutely incredible. So we want to show our appreciation to you. We will be in contact to send you all a little something. Can I just say as well a big thank you to everybody involved in making these awards happen. I know that Nick from Health Watch Wakefield has probably been tearing out his hair. He'll say to me, he probably say to me, I've not got lots of hair, but I know that this morning he was saying, oh, I'm just really, really hoping this all goes well. And I think that the work that they've done to make this happen is absolutely fantastic. Only ruined by my little glitch at the top by forgetting to unmute myself. But you're on mute really is one of the catchphrases, isn't it, of the pandemic? So perhaps quite appropriate. We want to say as well a big thank you to everybody who works in adult social care, and we've actually been asking a few people for some videos to show their appreciation of what they think of everybody that's worked so hard through the pandemic. So I'll introduce each one as we go along, but first we're joined by Max Litchfield, who is the Team GB Olympic swimmer, competing for Great Britain both in Rio de Janeiro and he competed in Tokyo. So here is Max.
Hey guys, Max Litchfield here, currently at the ISL with the Toronto Titans, the best team, so go give them a follow if you don't already. But I just want to say a huge thank you to all the care workers and all the care staff across the Wakefield district over the pandemic. You've been absolutely amazing, and you deserve to celebrate your efforts tonight. So thank you so much.
Now we're joined by Councillor Denise Jeffrey. Here she is.
All social care staff have worked tremendously hard through the pandemic, and everyone has given so much. Well done to the winners of the Caring Through COVID Awards, and a big thank you to all staff who have done so much throughout the pandemic. Well done, everybody.
Now, Andrea Jenkins, who is the MP for Morley and Outwood, wanted to say a few words.
I'd like to take this opportunity to try and thank every single member of care staff for everything they have done on the front line throughout the pandemic. You were thrust into an incredibly difficult time, and you've worked tirelessly throughout to ensure that you provided the best possible support and care for some of the most vulnerable people. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea Jenkins. And Rob Webster, the Chief Executive at West Yorkshire and Harrogate Partnership, joins us now.
Hello, my name is Rob Webster and I lead the West Yorkshire and Harrogate Health and Care Partnership. I want to say congratulations to everybody who's been nominated, everyone who's been shortlisted and everyone who's won an award tonight. This celebration of adult social care in Wakefield is a timely reminder of all the hard work, effort, dedication and commitment that you've put into caring during COVID. I think this has been some of the most challenging times in our lifetimes, and also some of the best of times. Because of people like you, the work that you've done, the enterprise that you've shown, and the difference that you've made. Thank you for everything that you've done.
Thank you very much to all of you for your messages. And by the way, we had, I was told, over 800 votes for these awards today, which is pretty incredible. And I'm not surprised. And I'm sure that if it was to go on in next year and in the year after, there'd be even more, because everybody is now getting to know about these awards and everybody wants to say their own thank yous to everyone working in the care sector. Now, before we go, we're just going to throw again to Helen Watkis, who is the Communications Officer for Health Watch Wakefield, who wants to say a final few words.
Thank you, Christine. I just wanted to do a little shout out. We've had loads of messages of support, just saying how brilliant you all are. And so what I've been doing is putting them together in a little booklet that will be available on our website, healthwatchwakefield.co.uk. And just if anybody's got any messages that haven't been sent already, to send those through to me. You can contact us through the website or through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can even pick up a telephone like in the old days and just give us a ring. So like I said, we've had lots and lots of messages of support, and I've been really blown away by some of them. One person talked about their staff and said, we weren't firing bullets, but it felt like we'd been in a war. And I think that you have been absolute troopers. You have looked after the people you care for amazingly, and we know that because they've told us. So just a little shout out that if anybody wants to send any more messages to us, please do that. I'd just like to say 2 other thank yous, actually. When we talk about our adult social care staff, we don't sometimes think of the people right at the top. And if it wasn't for the people right at the top, and they know who they are, and I know they're watching, asking us to go along with this project and start doing something about it to recognise you, then these awards wouldn't have happened. So a massive thank you to those people who are the directors in our adult social care services. And also thank you again to the people who nominated. If you hadn't nominated, we wouldn't have known a lot of this stuff. We could only guess. So you're amazing as well. I know some of you wanted to remain anonymous, but we thank you, all of you. And I'd really like finally to say thank you very much to Christine, because, you know, you've certainly brought the glamour that I can't bring to the occasion. And, you know, you've been on board with this from day one, and you've done an absolutely amazing job for us. So thank you to you as well.
Thank you so much, Helen. That's very kind of you. I just want to say for myself, over my nearly 30 years working for ITV in this Yorkshire region, I've covered many award ceremonies, but I think this one is right up there in terms of how deserved the winners are and how emotional the whole experience has been. And at times, I've had a lump in my throat hearing these amazing stories and reading all the nominations. And so from my point of view, it's been absolutely wonderful to take part. The only problem is doing it in your kitchen. As I mentioned, as I can see myself on the screen, and I'm looking at my fringe and thinking it needs another trim. So I'm a bit too close to the kitchen scissors, really, for my own good. So I might just have to nip off over there. But I just wanted to say from me and all of the team here and everybody who's been involved in these awards, well done to all our worthy winners. You are absolutely amazing. Every one of you deserves everything that has happened this afternoon. Well done to everybody who was shortlisted and nominated. I hope that you can continue having a little bit of a celebration this afternoon, but from all of us here and on behalf of Health Watch Wakefield, Wakefield Council and the Integrated Care team who've organised this, thank you and good afternoon.